there at Walmart.
Yeah, that's the one, too. I'll try them.
That's right.
Floyd said he's buying for me. We got anything?
Yes, yes I do. You can't hear?
No, there's somebody who come from the committee and start talking, you got a very soft voice. And they're talking to the mic anymore. They almost have to be there.
Good. It's 6 o'clock, and we'll start the public hearing number 1 for our adult use marijuana cultivation facility, license application for Renewal Gardens LLC. I believe there's folks here from that. They would like to speak. We can start with public comment, questions. Would the board like to hear from the, or should we wait till?
There's a hearing, I'd like to, yeah. So,
Step right up.
Good evening.
is this the old auction homes building, right?
Yes, sir.
Out back or the new,
Out back.
out back?
Yep. Yep. Building number 2.
Okay.
Yep. My name is Dylan Hendrickson. I reside at Hunterstone Road in Bridgeton, Maine, and I'm the primary owner of Renewal Gardens LLC. Wanted to thank you all for allowing us this opportunity. It has been a delightful experience working with the town of Oxford thus far. Renewal Gardens will be a small, family-run adult-use cannabis cultivation facility whose primary goal is to produce a high-quality product while trying to keep as much waste out of the landfills and energy consumption to a minimum. Renewal Gardens is looking forward to continuing business with the town of Oxford and is excited to be a contributing member of the community for many years to come.
Questions from the board?
I'm assuming that they've been through everything, they've got everything done up to what you require of them, right?
That's correct.
What about 5G?
With this gentleman, we just had to make one extra exit sign, that was it. Everything else was passed and passed.
Very good.
Questions from the public? Second chance. We'll close the public hearing. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Public hearing number 2, renewal application for adult use marijuana store license. Oxford Provisions. Is there anybody here from that company? Would the board like to hear from him, where this is a renewal? It's already a licensed establishment. Any public comment? Questions? Close the public hearing number 2. Public hearing number 3. Medical marijuana cultivation facility, license application for Lance Person. Is he here? He's not required to be here, but again, it's a renewal. Any questions from the board?
Any issues?
I haven't had any complaints on them.
Good questions from the public? We will close.
Actually, Dan. Chief, are they working on the corrections on the inspection that was done? The issues that were noted?
They would give them 30 days, then we'd do a reinspection. When you should have copies of that.
Just noted in the report, so. Thank you.
We'll close the public hearing. When did that, I don't know if that went off or if it did, it did.
It does his own thing.
Okay,
But the speaker on the laptop's been picking up good on it too, though, so.
okay. Call the selectmen's meeting to order. Join us in this flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Action on the minutes.
So moved.
Moved and seconded.
Second.
All in favor? Adjustments to the agenda.
I have nothing, sir.
Public comments. Please state your name and the town you're from, if you have any.
No one. Thanks for, either I missed the hole or somebody filled it in out here.
Oh, on Pottle Road?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jim went around with his crew yesterday with the hot box and hit a whole bunch, well, filled a bunch of them.
I'll just ask since we're talking that stuff, any news on the trees on Skeet Field? Those 2 trees that we were concerned that are.
It was last week we mentioned about.
Yeah, we mentioned the last meeting, you're gonna talk to Jim about.
Yeah, I gave Jim a laundry list of stuff. I
Okay.
know that he's been, he hit
Yeah.
filled
We had
potholes.
2
and-
snowstorms also.
Yeah. So, I know he's got the list, I feel confident he's gonna get to him, so,
Okay.
yeah. Yep.
Any other public comment? Business item 5.1, Oxford Casino Operator License Renewal. Matt Gallagher is here from the casino, so assuming you have questions. Does the board have any questions?
I'll second it.
Moved and seconded to approve the license renewal. All in favor? Let's vote. 5.2 Adult Use Marijuana Cultivation Facility License Application for Renewal Gardens LLC. This confuses me because it's renewal in the name.
You don't know how many
I'm
times.
not the only one, right?
Yeah, no.
So-
Be a lot easier next year.
I had to retype this more than once, just so you know.
Okay. Questions, comments from the board? Motion?
Second.
You didn't hear me?
No.
Sit right next to you.
Motion is second. Discussion? None. All those in favor? To vote. 5.3, Adult Use Marijuana Store License Application for Adult Provisions LLC Renewal. Moved.
Second.
Seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor? Vote. 5.4, Medical Marijuana Cultivation Facility License Application for Lance Person, renewal.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor? Vote. 5.5, the signed ordinance review and discussion. So remember, we asked to have this put on. The ordinances are included. I think the questions that I had last meeting are, it's not part of the ordinance, so the brightness of the, some of the signs. I don't see that in the ordinance. Kingston might be able to elaborate further, but if it's not there, it's not there.
There is a small portion. Do you have a copy of it, you said?
Yep.
So page 24, it's like section H, C is in Charlie.
Looking at the zoning.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know if we have that.
Yep, H. Yep.
Did you put zoning in here?
Yep.
That would be the one that flashes back and forth on 26.
I'm assuming that's the one that is of concern, more or less.
There's verbiage in there that would essentially give me somewhat of an ability to tell them that they'd have to dam it down, lower the frequency, or if I got a complaint on it, I could look into it. But the thing is, I don't work necessarily at night all the time to go and look through it. Sometimes video recording to that nature, I could ask them to correct it based on some of that in there. So it's not like you'd have to change the ordinance completely. I haven't had any complaints on these signs. That's the issue, unfortunately.
I just think if somebody stopped in and asked them if they could use the night dim feature like the rest of the signs do, that would take care of it.
Right.
That's
I
probably
don't
the
care
case.
whether it changes messaging, because the public safety building does that,
Yeah.
but it dims 50% at night.
Yeah.
At night, so I think all they need to do is just use that feature, and I'd be good with it.
Yeah.
I have had a couple people complain due to the brightness. The ordinance is specific, the sign ordinance is specific because it can change every 5 seconds. It can't change more frequently than that. I don't think it's the changing, it's when it changes to that very, very bright
You're
white.
talking to the place across from the racetrack, correct?
Yeah.
You got a bright green, then you got a light, and then you got a red.
They had a white there.
Yep.
So I would agree if maybe you stopped in and had a discussion with them. I don't know that they're violation of the ordinance as it's written, but just a friendly, hey, do you think you could?
Yeah. I can talk to them about it.
They might not be there very much at night either, so.
I can call the owner, I think I have a number for him.
Any other discussion on that? No, ma'am? Department head report, Kingston Brown, code enforcement.
Yeah, so it's been a while. We've had a lot of headway on some of the property maintenance issues we've had. Another good situation that came about from the fire department actually was a situation down on Burns Road, and that situation has been resolved. There's been a lot of actual people taking care of these things themselves. After I mention it to them, they know that, especially since the property maintenance ordinance came about, a lot of people are kind of self-fixing a lot of the issues, so I wanted to make sure I told that to the board, because you guys were pivotal in helping that ordinance come about, so you're seeing some fruit of that labor. And I think there was also some other ordinance things that tied into the sign ordinance, and I'd like to be able to speak to that as well later, if there's any questions from the public or anybody else in the audience as well.
Later, as in later tonight, or later in another?
Anytime,
Anything
yeah.
you want.
Yeah.
Floor is yours.
Yeah, no, well, that's all I have.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, thank you.
Selectmen items?
No time.
Town manager's report, John, skip ahead.
Yeah, mine was actually pretty simple. I was just going to pass along that Kayla's been advertising the summer rec that we discussed. I think last count was like 45 interested parties thus far, you know, so seems to be getting some good traction, which is exciting. So she's also seems to be getting a lot of interest in just all of the activities over there. I'm just happy with what I'm seeing, so I just wanted to pass that along.
Are these all residents, or are these from out of town too?
She said it was predominantly residents. There was some out of town, but it was predominantly residents.
Very good.
Anything else, Adam?
That's all I had, sir.
I'll entertain a motion on the warrants. We just sign the warrants and then do the motion. Like we just
Send
did.
yours.
Pretty much right here. Nothing crazy. Good. No, don't do
You probably
Not really, no. You decide that one. You decide that.
Huh?
Well, I'm on that one.
Oh, yeah, okay.
These are the licenses.
Yeah.
Marijuana and the casinos.
We're gonna keep this all straight even without Sharon here.
Oh, yeah. Just to make it interesting, we'll shuffle it a little.
Do that.
I didn't even see the names.
Spoke too soon.
Hey,
I think it says your ears, not your eyes.
hey, just take it easy on me.
Why did you have to sign on mine?
Well, like I said, I made a mistake.
All right, I'll let you get away with it.
Okay. Just make sure you put your name in
Making people think of the Muppet Show.
there. Yep, it is. I just had somebody say that to me. the other
I
day.
don't know why.
You know, get down to Augusta now, you can't do that.
I know I can't do it, yeah. Make a motion, we sign warrants 59, 60, 61, 62, and 63.
Second.
Motion second, any discussion? All those in favor? Oh. Executive session.
Make a motion, we go into executive session, M.R.S.A Title 1, Chapter 13, Section 405, 6C.
So moved, second. All those in favor? Thank you, folks.
You're gonna get them the tomorrow. You're gonna get them the copies of the tomorrow, or license.
Yeah. Drop by tomorrow and I'll have everything all set for you, if it's okay.
Awesome. Yeah, I brought an extra,